Chip damp will cause a lot of use problems, including virtual welding, chip failure, high-temperature welding burst, reduced service life, and so on. So baking chip has become a more important work. Today, we are going to discuss the selection of favorite chip baking equipment and how to control the baking time. MSD baking reference standards are common in the following several standards. This standard is the most common reference standard for most integrated circuits. High temperature operation is more difficult to pay attention to. The relatively more matters. The temperature is between 110 degree to 125 degree. The specific baking time depends on the thickness of the component. Assuming that you want to bake at 110 degree, the thickness equal to or lower than 1.4 millimeters is between 8 and 16 hours. Small or equal to 2 millimeter between 24 to 48 hours, and small or 4 millimeter equal to 48 hours. High temperature baking, when there is a point to note, is often ignored is the chip carrier, that is the tray tube with the tape. If the temperature is too high, these materials will release unknown gas, will also affect the welding of components. The tray can usually be baked below 125 degree, but look closely at the baking temperature indicated on the tray. The baking temperature of components inside low temperature trays, tubes, and coils cannot exceed 60 degree. Otherwise, the material tray will be damaged by high temperature. There is a small detail that cannot be ignored here, which is to remove the paper, plastic bags, or boxes before high temperature baking. The shelf life of the MSD after baking is 48 hours, and MSD only allows baking twice, so it is best to bake it before going into production. If the temperature is too high or the time is too long, it is easy to oxidation the device or produce intermetallic compounds in the device, thus affecting the weldability of the device. After baking, the environment is particularly dry, and it is most likely to generate static electricity. Please wear anti-static handbands and gloves to take the MSD.